Well, new tonight, it is day 23 of the federal surge, and it's really impacting D.C.'s food and beverage workers. Some of them are afraid to show up for work, regardless of their immigration status, for fear of being targeted by ICE. Our Matt Gregory has more from downtown D.C., where some bar and restaurant owners say business is really struggling.
This is a particularly difficult story to tell because the restaurants and the workers want to remain anonymous. They fear retaliation or being targeted. But they told me in several cases over Labor Day weekend, several restaurants could not open because their workers were too afraid to come in, and that this is becoming a more pervasive fear across the D.C. restaurant scene. Monday, I spoke with Pug owner and D.C. Capital Chamber of Commerce president Tony Temeldon.
Talked to one fella who is not opening his kitchen tonight because his kitchen staff is afraid to leave his house.
Now, I talked to at least two restaurants, one in Northwest and one in Northeast, that said in the last month they had issues staffing because of the ICE crackdown across D.C. One restaurant owner, again, who asked to remain anonymous, said he had two workers picked up, even though they have legal work visas.
When new migrants come, you're going to take whatever you can get. Any job, any pay, because you're coming here to this country to try to make ends meet.
Catherine Rubio works for Carasan, a nonprofit working with the migrant community. And she has heard from families terrified of raids at restaurants, including one.
There were ICE agents in the back of the restaurant, in the alleyway. I guess waiting to see if someone was going to come or, run out of fear.
According to estimates from the Immigration Justice Reform Group Forward, roughly 39% of D.C. Metro's food, beverage, and hospitality jobs rely on immigrant workers.
When you go out to eat, when you go out to get served, what you're going to see is more of the immigrant community. And unfortunately, it's become such a target.
As D.C. continues to work through the federal police crackdown, the restaurants and community leaders we talked to seem to all be holding their collective breath.
They're just putting this strain and this really negative environment around the city that people don't want to be part of, which will affect then the industry.
Now, over the last month, during the federal police surge, the White House has touted hundreds of immigration arrests, but they've not made a comprehensive list of which of those are criminal arrests and which are for immigration issues. In D.C., I'm Matt Gregory, WUSA 9.
D.C. Mayor